Hello and welcome to the Freedym Show. This is the daily show featuring 10-minute practical, usable advice from amazing heart-centered lifestyle entrepreneurs. Because it's not just about the money, it's about the freedom. I am Ryan Lee, your host, your mentor, your teacher, your coach, and the founder of Freedym.com, the leading online education platform for freedom-minded people just like you. And if you want your free special gift, 15 years of my best business building and lifestyle income strategies, all condensed down to just 3 short pages, just head on over to Freedym.com, that's Freedym.com, or just text the word freedom, Freedym, to the number 33444, and it's yours. Now, today, you know, we got 10 minutes on the clock, and I've got my man Ben Greenfield. I've known Ben for a very long time, a true entrepreneur, a fitness entrepreneur, a business entrepreneur, a lifestyle entrepreneur. He is truly living the life now. And we're going to get into it. Yeah, you are. Look, you're even jumping in before I finish your intro. Would you keep
dude, that was the longest hello I've ever heard. That was like 5 O's.
It was a lot of O's.
And by the way, you spelled freedom wrong.
Could you please shut your mouth? And let me, you know what, I was going to give you a plug, but no, I'll give you one. I'll give you a quick one. I'm going to say it really fast. BenGreenfieldFitness.com, and I'm not even going to spell it for him. How do you like that? Ben, we got 10 minutes. Now we got 7 minutes left. How about that? I'm knocking this down. You have done an amazing job of taking the true concept of a lifestyle business and pretty much built a virtual company. You do some stuff. You outsource a lot of it. You have a whole team. Take us through the process. What does your business look like today? You know, what are the things you're doing? What are you outsourcing? I'm just going to let you roll with it, Ben.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when I sat back and looked at my business about 1.5 years ago, I realized that there was a lot of things in my life that I wanted to accomplish that I wasn't yet doing. I live on 10 acres in the middle of the forest and wanted to convert the whole thing into a sustainable homestead, to get off the grid, grow our own food, get goats, get chickens, and start a farm. And who doesn't? Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't want a good glass of goat milk every morning? I've also really been getting into the hunting scene and competing in these train to hunt competitions, doing a lot of shooting, a lot of hunting, a lot of food prep, and also I really wanted to write a work of fiction. Like, that's what I've always wanted to do since I was a little boy. It was like write a book about princesses and dragons and castles and all that dumb stuff that doesn't get you laid when you are a boy, but that doesn't matter anymore.
Yes.
Anyways, though. So I realized that there were still a lot of things, even though I had outsourced quite a bit of what I do, using the whole, virtual assistant type of platform. I needed to actually get a little bit more professional in terms of outsourcing. So, for example, 1.5 years ago, I hired an operations manager. So I took a huge pay cut and realized that you actually can live on a lot less money than you think, and shifted a big portion of my monthly income to paying an operations manager instead to do a lot of what I was doing: weekly meetings with my team, communication with VAs, communication with the shipping facility, and then overseeing hiring of new people. So, for example, rather than just having a VA and a social media manager, now I have a shipping manager. Now I have a person who is solely responsible for finding products to private label and negotiating our wholesale pricing on those products, and then getting them listed and basically keeping ears to the ground in terms of what is a good product to private label. I've got one person who's only in charge of supplements, supplement fulfillment, supplement ingredient quality, etc. I've got another person who's, 3 people now who are in charge of just customer service. But the problem was that I was the person kind of like, the puppeteer, and so I hired a person, and for me it was important, and this is something that may be important for people listening in. I wanted somebody who was a clone of me, basically. Someone who knew my system, someone who could act as me, someone who I could say when I wasn't there, or when I was off the grid, or when I'm off in the mountains with no cell access, just do what I would do, right? And so I found somebody who A, was local, who lived in my hometown, and B, who I could meet with right there at my kitchen table whenever I wanted, and C, someone who had followed me for a long time and was very familiar with the Ben Greenfield brand. And so I would say a huge key for me lately in terms of stepping back and doing those things that I was putting off for a very long time was hiring not just assistants, but also someone who was my clone, someone to actually manage and direct everyone else.
Yeah, and now, so what does your day look like today? So if you were going to do, besides hunting and building solar panels, whatever the hell you do. Business wise, what are some things that like you can't outsource? That this is what a typical day in the life of Ben Greenfield looks like.
Right. So basically, what I do is I record audios. So I record audiobooks because I just don't like some 40-year-old soccer mom in Alabama reading my books to sell on Amazon. I'd rather read them myself. So I record audiobooks. I record podcasts and conduct interviews. I write articles. So I'm not into ghostwriting. I can't stand it. I like to write all my own stuff, and I love to write. So I do all the writing. I do the podcasting and the interviews. And then, my brand is still, and I've just grown to accept this. My brand is very much based on me out doing Spartan races and being on Instagram with my shirt off and, getting
Me
muddy
too.
out in the field. Yeah, exactly. Taking testosterone and libido enhancers and then reporting out results via strange N=1 experiments. But basically, what I've realized is that that's part of my business too. So, I go off and just do more working out, do more traveling to crazy places to do events that I can report on social media. So that's part of it too. But ultimately, a typical day in my life consists of primarily, as far as the actual work is concerned, writing, recording, and then occasionally shooting video. It's just content production, right? It's creating art. It's waking up in the morning and creating at least one piece of content every day. And the way that I run my days is each day of the week has a specific type of content that's created, right? So Wednesdays are podcasting days, and Tuesdays are video days, and Fridays and Saturdays are working on a nonfiction book. Every day is working on a fiction book. I do the 2 crappy pages a day routine. But basically, it's content production, right? Like, that is my job. That is what I do, is I make stuff come out of my brain onto paper, onto audio, and that's the one thing that I focus with laser-like intensity upon.
And now, what does your business look like in terms of obvious monetization? Because you'd mentioned supplements. Is that the main profit center now, or is there?
Oh no, hell no! I learned from Ryan Lee, so I have like 8 billion multiple income streams all over the place, flying in from right and left. Yeah, I mean, it's supplements, it's information products, it's ebooks, it's physical books, it's audiobooks. It is, I have a coaching program. I pre-recorded 12 months worth of content that certifies coaches to coach for me. So it is people hiring someone through Greenfield Fitness Systems to coach them. I train 12 clients privately. Basically, I do like high-end coaching programs where I mentor and consult and train other people. And so, yeah, it's coaching, consulting. We do physical products as well. So a couple of warehouses, one in LA, one in Philadelphia, where we'll ship everything from fitness gear to supplements. So a combination of physical products, digital products, and coaching.
And what's the main way you bring in new customers now? Do you do paid traffic, or is it all free social media type stuff with you with your shirt off?
It's all content. It is all purely 100% content. And it's original content, and it's stuff that is unique, and it's stuff that sometimes you gotta take strange testosterone and libido enhancers and CBD and THC and all sorts of stuff and come up with crazy ideas. No, it's not too drug infused. We're in the health and fitness market after all. But what I'm getting at is that creativity, uniqueness, thinking outside the box is crucial in terms of producing content. So I look at something that is current and I go after that, but I put a as unique a spin as possible on it.
How do you find that? Because I think this is the part where most people struggle. In an industry like fitness where, look, how creative can you get with a push-up? Even though I know there are hundreds of different ways, but is there anything you recommend for people listening, whatever market, whatever niche they're in, to get more creative? Because how many times can you read the same thing? Here are the 3 best things to eat for breakfast.
Absolutely. Number 1 tip is to be the devil's advocate, right? Like go to fitness.alltop.com, right? Like that's one of my idea foddering websites. There's a ton of different websites out there, but like fitness.alltop.com, it's a good one. I think that's I forget who runs the site, but it's it's a bunch of different fitness blogs.
Guy Kawasaki's.
Yeah, it's Guy Kawasaki, exactly. So you open up a post and you look at it and you ask yourself, okay, what are 3 reasons why this post is wrong? And then you don't go and throw somebody under the bus, but you write an article that directly contrasts, 3 reasons why you should deadlift, 3 reasons why you're destroying your body and your life with deadlifting, right? So you just basically go in and you put your spin on an article and basically be the person who raises the question mark around something that's accepted as status quo.
Ooh, that's a big one. That's a huge. You guys, check that out at Alltop, ALLTOP.
Yeah. And then one other thing in terms of content production is, especially in our market, right, like podcasting, it's like this big podcast love triangle where podcasters are interviewing the same fitness people over and over again who might be running affiliate programs or affiliate launches, or else now we're at the point where podcasters are interviewing podcasters, right? So you've got...
I just got an email 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
A podcaster wants to interview for his podcast. Yep.
Right, exactly, about podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
And so the another trick is, like, look in your local community and look to people who maybe aren't getting a microphone stuck in front of their faces. Get those people on, because a lot of times they have unique content, and they might not have, like, sorry folks, an affiliate program for you to promote or some way for you to like monetize that podcast. Yeah, exactly. But you've got some damn good unique content when you do that. And that's another thing that I look for now is who's not being interviewed, right? And you find that person and you basically, get inside their head.
Ben, if you were here, I'd give you a big hug.
Oh, thank you.
I miss you. This was awesome, and I hope you enjoyed this with Ben Greenfield. That, again, is bengreenfieldfitness.com. And this is Ryan signing off. But have no fear, my freedom fighter. I will be back tomorrow, 7 days a week. Ben, do I ever stop?
Can I say goodbye really long like you said hello?
You know what? You got it. Let's hear it.
Goodbye!
No, it's got to be goodbye!
That's right.
Everybody! I'll see you tomorrow, 24 hours from now. Have an amazing day. Take care, and so long.